Yes, I am Dr. C. VAIRAVAN, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Amet University. I want to discuss about LSRW. This is very important skill for every one of the students. Not only students, all the faculty members. It is very useful for everywhere. Everyone knows about LSRW. Our faculty members used to say it's a kind of tablet. But for tablet, very essential for students and faculty members. We have 5 tablets, but scientifically the people are given only 4 skills. The first skills is on ear, is called for listening. Listening is a kind of art. Second one is speaking, is an act. When we are going to speak something else, this is a speaking oriented activity. It is called for, we are going to act in front of others. The third one is reading. Reading is a kind of play, role play or something else. It's not role play, playing our role. For example, a news reader can read anything else. The last one is a W, is a writing, a kind of therapy. It is very important for everyone. And one more skill is called for T, is a thinking. Without thinking, we can't do all the 4 skills. So thinking is a basic element for all the students. I want to discuss here only listening. So listening is a must. We have to listen both. Without using our very difficult to understand the meaning. We have to listen very carefully, then we can speak. It's a better. Yes, it's a learning objectives. To learn how to listen effectively in a classroom or in our life. Classroom, in a perfect listener, we call women. Women as a perfect listener in everywhere, not a men. We listen properly in our class means our life will be very happy, or else very difficult to move our life. For example is given, developing listening abilities. Develop listening abilities is very important. The second one is identify basic listening strategies. We can identify some kind of strategies. How we are going to listen. So listening is so many active strategies. We have to very carefully follow that. So address difficulties facing effective listening and listening through activities. This is also very important. Then listening, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as we speak. We can listen is a very difficult task. Our Indians are never listen properly, or we are made of mistakes. We never bother about other people, but that is why we never ever improve ourselves. Once we started to listen, he can reach his goal very short period. Here, what communication skills can be more basic than listening? I mentioned picture small guys, small kids as a listening music. So every one of the students are adults or elderly people interested to listen music. At the same time, we never listen in a classroom. We have to invest. Then, here I mentioned, we spend more time listening than any other activity except breathing. Yet we listen at only a fraction of our potential because we feel ourselves to be good listeners. We seldom make an effort to improve. So in a classroom, a person listen 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. Any teacher or taught something else, a listener or a student or anybody, they can listen only 10 minutes. After that, his mind go beyond. It's happened everywhere. One more, what is effective listening? So listening is very important. Effective listening or the ability to actively understand information provided by the speakers and to display the interest in the topic discussed. For example, a person give you a small lecture about some topics, but the topic is very interesting means, so all the audience, all the students listen properly. Suppose the speaker is not good means none of them listen. So according to the context, we have to create a topic. At the same time, we have to prepare ourselves to speak in front of the audience. It can also include providing the speaker with feedback by asking pertinent questions so the speaker knows the message received. The speaker talks something else, or he shares his own information, or he creates something and he wants to invert something for the students means he give a proper lecture. In this lecture, as a student asked some question to the speaker, or else he thought in the mind, I made some mistakes. Without courage, without doubt, is not a clear lecture. A lecture, a student must ask some question to the speaker. This is compulsory. The effective listening is a skill using multiple senses to comprehend the message being sent by the speaker. Effective listening is a skill. It's not easy. One is a multiple task. So many students in a class. So in a classroom itself, some students discussed something, but we have to avoid everything. We can keenly observe the speaker so much. This is necessary. It's the importance of listening. The importance of listening, first thing is listen. Then you must understand the sentences or meanings. After that, you can act. Here, the importance of listening extends for beyond academic and professional settings. It's academic and professional settings. One more, understanding how to practice good communication in your day-to-day life among friends, family, and significant others is important for a number of reasons. Fostering good self-esteem, maximizing productivity, and improving relationship, and even becoming a better speaker. Listen. We have to listen our father's voice, our mother's voice, our teacher's voice. Don't interrupt. At the same time, what you are understood in a classroom, what are the points understood from the lecture, then you can act properly. This is a good mannerism. As a good listener, can do all those things. So, listening as a communication skills. A child born in a home, she or he came out from the womb, the first one organ is functioned. Ear will be functioned. When a woman got a pregnancy, month of 6 onwards, a baby has to listen his voice. But after birth, age of 10 or 5, he or she never ever listen his mother's voice. It's happened everywhere also. Here, listening is the most important communication skills. As a kids know, maximum time of is a born babies. The maximum time she is expecting his mother's voice. he identifies his own mother's voice. Here, he spent more time using our listening skills than any other kind of skills. We have 4 skills. Maximum time we are listening. Maximum 99% we are listening. So listening is the best task. Once we start to listen, definitely we can improve our life. Then, like other skills, listening takes practice. The other skills means now we have to write or read or you can speak. But listen, we have to practice ourselves. Maximum students listen, I told you, a student can listen 10 minutes, not more than that. But we have to practice in our life also. We have to listen. 30 minutes means very difficult task. We have to bring into everything in our life. We have to listen each and every area. Not only teachers, we can listen friends' voice, we can listen parents or mothers or any other people's voice, we can listen very carefully. Then real listening is an active process. Real listening, when you are listening otherwise, you are an active. Your whole organism, your body are functioning properly. Then listening requires attention also. Your teacher taught something else in a classroom, so on the time you listen carefully means it's a bit of silent. So unnecessary discussions, no, it is affected teachers' voice. Then characteristics of listening. Listening is no. First thing is look interested. Interested to listen speaker's voice. Then involve yourself by responding. You have to know what are the points you learn. At the same time, you have to respond properly. Respond in the sense means you have to use your head to be known, or else you can sometimes you can use your hand like that. You can shake or something else. You have to respond for the speaker, or else the speaker swallow. Then stay on target. You have to target on that. First thing is you have to target particular things. Then you can listen. Then test yourself understanding. Test yourself understanding. You can analyze yourself. What are the points you listen in particular class? Then evaluate the message. Evaluate. Just you can evaluate the message. What are the information? What are the message shared in the classroom? Just you can evaluate yourself. Then utilize your feelings. Then utilize your feelings. How you feel. Then some of the professors talk something else or teach something else. The people talk very interestingly and very seriously. At the same time, some of the students know heart stolen by the professors. He never sit in a classroom. He may be sitting in some other places. It's not an easy task. Listening is not an easy task. It's a very difficult task for everyone. 10 steps to effective listening. There are 10, very less, only 10 steps to listen in everywhere. First one is face the speaker and maintain eye contact. So you have to see only the speaker, not other people. No, maximum you have to try to maintain the eye contact. Then be attentive but relaxed. Third point is keep an open mind. Fourth point, listen to the words and try to picture what the speaker is saying. Fifth point, don't interrupt and don't impose your solutions. Wait for the speaker to pause to ask clarifying questions. You have to wait, then you can clarify the questions. Ask questions only to ensure understanding. And 8th point, try to feel what the speaker is feeling. 9th point, give the speaker regular feedback. So feedback is necessary. Suppose your feedback is wrong means You are giving very less means now this feedback has wildness also. Then last one is now pay attention to what essence said to non-verbal cues. Please can listen the non-verbal cues also. What is the body language of the person? You can follow all the 10 steps definitely. So all the students can improve your life skills also. You can improve. Definitely you can improve. Then the process of listening can be categorized into 4 main areas. What are they? You can check it one by one. First thing is hear properly, then clarify. Just you can clarify what is said, what is what. You can clarify yourself. The next thing is interact. You can interact with others, or you can ask some question to others. The last one is respond. Respond, you make a note of it. As a note of it, you can take all the points properly. So these are the main areas for listening, process of listening. Please very carefully listen. Hear. The first thing is hear. Already hear. How you are going to listen, how you are going to hear other person's voice in a classroom and other places also. I'll do some details very clearly. So here, allow the other speaker, other person to talk. First of all, you have to allow the person to talk something else. Then avoid interruptions. Sometimes we discuss ourselves. Just we can avoid to discuss. Then clear one's mind of distractions. Clear one's mind. Then encourage the speaker. So every time you have to encourage the speaker, always a smiling face. Always you are respond for the speaker's voice. Based on that, you can motivate the speaker also. Then focus on the speaker, maintain eye contact. Next, listen to what is said and not how it is said. Very clear point of view. Then model the speaker's physical behavior to encourage further talking. How he acting, how he talking, how he using his body language. You can each and everyone know it of yourself. Then observe non-verbal behavior as well as what is said. Then recognize that hearing is a psychological and philosophical process. Then use open-ended questions to encourage the speaker to continue talking. So finally, you can ask some questions, some yes or no questions. You must ask to the speaker. The definitely is compulsory, or else he thought in mind, I never speak properly. He imagined himself. Yes, next one is clarify. So clarify doubts, clarifying our own doubts. How we are going to clarify here. Ask small questions. I previously said, just you can ask open-ended questions to the person. Then avoid asking leading questions to get the desired comment or response. Then avoid coming to conclusions before the speaker finishes. Just you can guide speakers. First going to complete it or not. Just listen. Once he completed, you can ask or raise some question to the person. Before you can interrupt means he never bring the points properly. Be cognizant of the speaker's choice and application of words. Encourage feedback through questioning. Encourage the speaker also. At the same time, keep all your questions pertinent to the topic. You can ask related to the topic, not out of the topic. Then look for synchronically between what was said and body language. You can note down the body language, at the same time synchronize how he speak in front of others. Maintain two-way communications. You have to communicate through eye, at the same time who is communicating properly or not. The two-way you can use it properly. Then paraphrase what was said and verify for accuracy. You can paraphrase it. You can summarize it. You can analyze yourself. Then try to separate assumptions from facts and data. You can analyze the data. Data is the original or duplicate. You can analyze yourself. Every time your assumptions. All the students must, assumptions should be there. Without assumptions, it won't be worked properly. You can create something. You can assume it properly. Is right or wrong? Then interpret. So interpretation is also very important for each and everyone. So once the topic is once the discussion is over, after that interpretations. So interpret with the speaker. Then here, avoid taking what the speaker says at a face value by looking at feelings as well as body language. The second one is communicate your interpretation and verify its accuracy. So just know your interpretations and verify its accuracy. Third one is concrete on facts and data, not perceptions. Concrete on only the truth, facts and original data, no, not percept. Then distinguish between assumption and facts and data. Then identify the main ideas. You can point out. You can point what are the points necessary. You can note down notebook also. That is very important for you also. Pay attention to non-verbal communication to determine sincerity about what is said. Always be sincere and take some notes. At the same time, we pay attention, more attention to the speaker. Then respond. In a classroom, you must respond to the speaker, or else discouraging them. You must respond. Always be sincere. Conduct follow if necessary, or any resulting request by the instructor or the speaker. Demonstrate a psychological oriented point of view. Now, just you can analyze the body language, how he responds, each and everything. You must note it down. Then exhibit empathy rather than sympathy. Then exhibit verbal and non-verbal use that will produce rather than words between the project manager and the speaker. Then seek feedback on your response. Yes, why few people listen effectively? I'll give some points. Why? Very less number of people listen very carefully. This is also very important. So listening sometimes does not come easy. It's not an easy task, very difficult task only. Often, the difficulty is not because people are not willing to listen, but because they are unable to do so. Their mind does not allow them to use a total picture because they are only able to see the world in one dimension. The next point is, this inability to listen using both sides of the brain can use miscommunications, misinterpretation and miscalculations. Sometimes our brain says, you never listen. Sometimes our brain says, you must listen. So everything in our heart, not in our brain. Why people know the same thing? The result can be a listener who is unable to deal with not only the logic of relationship, but with the emotional competent either. Hence, this symmetrical use of brain often results in the ability for the listener to observe all the necessary cues from the person speaking. One more point is instead, they see the skill as well reflecting the use of right or left side of the brain. Yes? We are whole body as a listener. A good listener, be like that. Just know it's a posture. If you look at the posture, just know both the legs should be not way. At the same time, when you sit like that, your brain will be working properly. At the same time, your ears very clear. Your eyes looking the concerned person only. The mouth should be quiet, and soldiers, you can use your soldiers facing like to the speaker. Then your hands still. The hands should be in a right position. Then your feet should be calm. So all the body, all the posture, everything should be neat and perfect. Or else we never listen in our life. Yes, thank you so much for listening this LSRW. I discuss only listening. Suppose I have time means I will speak with the next class. I will speaking and reading and writing part. Thank you so much.